What is up, guys? JMatch is here. Today I'm bringing you a class setup video on Black Ops 3. This is primarily for competitive arena players and sub-dominant players. This video is all going to be about subs. There's going to be one class for the AR, but that's just going to be a particular normal standard AR class setup for the AR players and the sub players that end up turning into an AR if your team's doing bad, say. So we're going to go straight into it. So start off with specialists. Specialists are pretty key in the competitive scene, as it points out primary factors that you can use and get ahead of the enemy team. So we're going to start with kinetic armor. If you're a sub-dominant player, is really good for breaking the hard point. If you pop that before jumping in the hard point, around about a second, 2 seconds before, you should really be able to pick up 2 kills with that pretty much ASAP. Another good specialist to use would be for the likes of CTF. You would use Psychosis from the Reaper. The Psychosis it sort of is a win and a loss, because with a win it pushes if you've got the flag, if you're running with the flag, the clones that you've deployed from Psychosis will follow you and surround you, so sort of you can get that. So if you're pretty much on a red, you might be able to quickly get away by popping Psychosis. Also, sometimes distracts the enemies and they think there's 3 of you, 4 of you, and you just freaking run like crazy. Another one would be active camo. This is pretty much the most OP for a sub-dominant player. You could jump into the hard point before it's actually there, so on the early rotation you can get around, kill the player that's already there, so you kill them. Also use it to get through mid-map, to take out an AR, maybe be able to push your team forward. It could be used in scanning capture and in uplink, all in primarily the same way to either get an objective, finish off some people, or get kills. So that's them. Firebreak, pretty much OP sub-dominant specialist dominant player. You've got the heat wave. You could use that for ARs as well. Pretty much to win gun battles. If you haven't got, if you put all trust in your gun skill, you can easily use that to take out enemies. Either 1 or 2, or you can even take 3. But normally you only get 1 or 2. Second one is Purify. You can use that pretty much everywhere on a hard point, just to lock down any sort of. You can easily shoot that at the entrance. You can easily pick up 3. You can even take a whole team out with a Purify. Even breaking the hard point, you can use it primarily for defending the hard point. You want to use the Purifier. So that's that on the specialist. We're going to head over to score streaks. The score streaks is pretty much primarily for a sub basic. You want to be able to run the HC, you want to run the lightning, and you want to be able to break the hard points and maybe take out 1 or 2 players in the meantime. Control, say. So that's it for the special for the score streaks. The score streaks are there. One more time. So now we're going to go to the correct class, the main title in this video. These are the best classes you could use for you. These are suitable for me. They work with me. But I'm happy to share it with you guys. So you've got the AR respawn class. This is the respawn class. You want to be able to use the M8. You want to have 4 attachments on it, so you definitely want to be using the primary gunfighter for this class. So you want to use the ELO and the quick draw. They sort of work together in this fact. Draw and the ELO sort of be able to pull that gun up quicker. So the ELO is a smaller optic, and you can. Everyone thinks, well, they believe it's faster and easier to aim with, which I pretty much believe as well. Quick draw easy as it pulls your gun up faster. Long barrel to be able to hit them. What do you want to be able to targets if you're in an AR for a map? And it's also one burst. The long barrel draw, and they use the stock attachment I just explained. You can move faster while in first or any sort of map game before entering the corner and take out a target that's camping or lying down on the floor. Secondary, we're not going to have a lethal, and we're not going to have a tactical. We're going to run 3 perks. We're going to run perk 1 is, we're going to run perk 2 is fast hands, and perk 3 is blast suppressor. You want to use blast suppressor so you're not seen in a map. Fast hands, you want to be able to pull your gun out faster because the M8's a heavy gun. You want to win them gunfights if you're an AR slayer or AR player. The best for an AR player, you want to be able to acquire them specialists pretty much whenever you can, and you want to be able to use them when to be able to get your team in the hardpoint and win. So that's the AR slaying class sorted. So next we're going to go on to the hardpoint. This is sub-dominant. For the rest of these classes are sub-dominant. So this is Vesper. You want to run with the Vesper because its fire rate. The fire rate is impeccable. It is primarily all the way up. Accuracy is not too bad, but once you have attachments on it, it sort of counteracts the bad accuracy. Damage is pretty much it literally is an OP weapon with that fire rate. So to boost up your the Vesper, you want to be able to be using the laser sight, or you could switch that up to quick draw or stock, either one you prefer. Because when you're jumping in on a hard point, you want to be able to hit fire some people, because you're not always going to be able to pull your gun up fast enough. So that's why I use laser sight. Grip is self-explanatory. You want to be able to use. You want to be using grip on a Vesper, because Vesper's accuracy, like I said, is not too good. This sort of counteracts it. The recoil is pretty bad on a Vesper, but as long as you can get it, it's perfect. And you can easily take down targets. You want to be using extended mag, because there's not much ammo in a magazine on the Vesper. It's around about 30, up to around 45, which is perfect because you'll be able to take out at least 2 people if you're in the hardpoint with this weapon using extended mags. With the fire rate, it's normally all the bullets are pretty much gone at a point of about 3 seconds using the Vesper, or even with just a battle with your weapon. So that's the primary sorted. We're going to go with the secondary. We're going to go to 5's best for the fast fire rate, and it's pretty much an OP weapon in close quarters. You don't want to run if you're an OBJ or SMG Slayer. So with the tactical, you want to run self-explanatory. It just basically gives you that extra protection on the hard points from lethals and tactical. Perk 1, you want to use flak jacket. So if that fails to lethals or tacticals or anything like that, that pretty much in any situation, as long as they don't have 2 grenades, but it's more or less likely no 2 grenades in the same spot, so you should be okay. If you have flak jacket equipped, it's going to be fast hands. Sort of brings out your Vesper a bit faster to be able to win them close range guns. And the third perk is blast suppressor. Pretty much self-explanatory. Move around the map suppressed. No one can see where you're coming from, especially if you're playing against good players. Out you're suppressing, like when you suppressing, thrusting, it will thrust. So with the will cards, you want a primary gunfight to be able to unlock that third attachment. Then uplink class, we move on. It's pretty much the same. Vesper again. You want to be able to use a quick draw, grip, and extended mag, or more ammo. Quick draw, bring up the faster aim. Sort of also helps out with the accuracy a little bit. With the same as grip draw, one helps out with the accuracy. So, pardon me. On a secondary, you want to be using either the long barrel to get them long range gunfights, because you can pretty much kill anyone on a mid range gunfight with good aim. It may not look like much, but it is pretty much dominant up close range or even mid range. So you don't want to run a lethal, you don't want to run a tactical. You want to the perks. The perk 1, you want Afterburner to be able to push with the and get around the map pretty much easier. Fast hands, you want to be able to pull up the gun faster. Like I said in previous suppressor, again it's a self-explanatory. Will card, you want that to unlock third attachment. So we move on to the S&D class. It's the VMP. The VMP is a really good weapon. Sometimes I use that on the hard point, but maybe. A VMP is a really good weapon for accuracy. It's fast. Its fire rate's not too fast. The Vesper is, I think, three more. So you don't want to run an optic with this. It's pretty much accurate enough. You don't really. The optic that it's given is pretty good. Obviously, aim down sights is pretty much easy with the VMP. The attachments, you want to run grip and quick draw. Self-explanatory again. Been using that word quite a lot in this class. I don't know why I've lost my brain. So you got the grip. So back to the normal. You want grip, and you want quick draw. Be able to pull it up. The aim. You don't want to run a secondary. You can use a secondary, but I tend not to with a lethal. Long. If you get that easy lethal grenade kill, that easily takes down one player of your team, and that's only for. It's not really too biggie. You still got the VMP as your primary, and secondary you don't need one with a VMP. any gunfight you should be winning with a VMP. And if you get 3 come at you, or even 2, which is unlucky, and you want to call it out to your team. So we'll move on to the perks. Perk 1, you want Afterburner and Flakjacket. Two main ones you want to be, 2 key ones you want to be using in S&D. Flakjacket just in case the HC comes around your way, and Afterburner to be able to get. You don't want a perk 2. You want 2 perk 3s, which is Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor. You move around, can't see you. Best for flanking or even just navigating. Sorry. So perk 1, you want to be using. Wait, what am I talking about? Perk 1 and perk 3 for the double. So last one we got CTF. The CTF class is pretty much all round. This can fight AR with your accuracy. This could easily fight ARs. So you want to use with the Razorback. You want to use the Elo sight. You want to use the quick draw, and you want to use the long barrel. The long barrel mid-range engagements, and the quick draw brings up the gun faster because you believe you have quick draw on this weapon because it doesn't really pull up fast enough to win close quarters. It's best off to have an RK5 as a secondary on this weapon just for them close range against say a Vesper or a VMP. Easily just pull it out, whip, bam, that enemy is gone. So that's that. You don't want to use a lethal. You don't want to really use any. Not needed. You want to use 2 tacticals. You want to use 2 concussion grenades. Concussion grenades are best because they can easily take down enemies and disorientate enemies and slow movements. So when on flag, and also you can easily take down people that are camping in corners or anything like that, which pretty much happens more or less. With the perk 1, to the last class, Flakjacket. Don't really need to use Flakjacket. You can navigate the map, or you can even use Overclock to get your active camo, whichever you prefer. Afterburner or Flakjacket, they're my 2 go-to ones. So perk 2, you want to use fans to be able to pull that gun up again. It's not as fast as most submachine guns, so you want to be fast. And with the perk 3, pretty much self-explanatory again, is the blast perk. So if you did like that video, make sure to leave a like. Fun. See you guys later.